And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. All right, a chance to check out stats for DeAnthony Melton.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Now, New York starting 5. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the center position. And for the Warriors, Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Around the middle part of the year, Clark, how much are these teams looking to the future?
Well, it's hard not to. I mean, it's human nature to kind of look ahead. Coaches and players that are leaders on their respective teams have to keep themselves and their teammates in the moment. And that's part of the coach's responsibility, I think.
Now here's Towns. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Towns takes a lot of pride in knocking down threes. He's as gifted a shooter as we have at the center position.
Butler on the wing to the inside. That one's good from Green, and the assist from Butler.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brunson. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
When he gets near the basket, Brunson can do some major damage.
Curry looking it over. And Post gets it to go.
Leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them lose them, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, throwing himself on the offensive glass and being rewarded for it, that's the energy that Draymond Green brings.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Bridges outside, back to Brunson. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. 6 points for Jalen Brunson.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Pass to Butler. Shoots over Hart. Butler with the bucket.
This is the best place for Butler to shoot it from. He's excellent at that in-between shot.
Outside Anunoby. Brunson against Curry. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Curry. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Pajimski grabs the board.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Curry, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's Butler. After New York picked up the three with their last shot. Good on the shot. Butler's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And over time, he's been a work in progress, but Butler has developed a solid jumper. I mean, when he's got his feet up under him, he's a knockdown scorer, folks.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Hart, and it's McBride in for Brunson. Robinson passes to Anunoby. McBride on the wing, defended by Pajemski. Clarkson outside. No good from outside. The Warriors have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Here's Green. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
There's always a spot for a guy like Draymond Green on your side. Incredible defender. He's unselfish offensively and a highly skilled passer. Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. Kolek comes in for Bridges. And both free throws good for Green. New York has gone 2 of 5 from deep. And here's Clarkson. 11 points for him last game against the Golden State Warriors. And he gets it to go.
You know, the defense was there, but Clarkson fearless inside.
And so it's Golden State with it. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now here's McBride. He had 25 points in his last game.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pajemski's shot is good.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Clarkson. Lays it up and banks it in. Clarkson's gotten his second bucket.
Fighting his way inside, Clarkson shows good body control.
On the wing, Green. Pass to Pajemski. Healed from outside. And the Warriors with another three.
You know, this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
Clarkson hits the front of the rim and out. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top. They're up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Kolek in at the 1. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back to you guys.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Kuminga, pass to Hield. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks trail by 6. McBride with it. Now Podziemski defending. Fires from deep. McBride can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Down low. Butler drops it in.
Look, he's not the bulkiest guy in terms of his frame, but Butler is really fearless and plays with great confidence and toughness, and it's hard to stop him because of that.
And Clarkson, here we go. Towns for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Podziemski. New York also changing it up. Anunoby, he's checked in for Clarkson. Bridges comes in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Kolek. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And now let's look at the leaderboard, specifically rebounding and who has been crashing the glass over the last month. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Here's Bridges. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Robinson finds Bridges. Back to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Open shot from Brunson. Horford pulls it in.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Anunoby for 3. Warriors with the rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. Horford outside. Pass to Butler. Here's the 3. That's good from Curry on the assist by Butler. Curry's got 5 points. And as a player, how important is film study to reaching the highest level of success, Clark?
Tell you what, with the advance in technology, it's actually critical now, BA. I mean, it's more accessible too, and that helps everybody realize the benefits of doing that extra work of studying yourself, your team, and your opponent.
Hits the 3-pointer.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Hield. And a switch here also for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Outside Hart. New York working the ball around now. To stop the drought. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Curry passes to Green. Hart pulls it in. Knicks trail by 11. And here's Brunson from the arc. Kuminga pulls it in.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Mitchell Robinson. Well, the Knicks shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, BA, it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Now here's Green. He has 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
For 3, Bridges. Drops in the 3. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry. And you're right on that, but these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire. They've yet to find the match.
Brunson misses. The Warriors lead by 8. Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. Now here's Butler. Outside Moody. Back to Butler. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kuminga. Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
Oh, it's so easy for Kuminga to rise up to the rim.
36 seconds left in the half. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Moody. Bridges misses.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. That one falls.
When Brunson is working in that mid-range area, you can pretty much mark it up, count him.
To the middle. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
We'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall. We'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Taking a look at New York, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Warriors.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The combo up front is Draymond and post. Stephen Curry is out there with Moody, and it's Butler in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
Driving in, Butler makes excellent use of his speed there, catching the defense off guard.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Golden State. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Guys?
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. Shot on the wing. No luck on that one.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
We think of Curry as a shooter first, but they're reminding us how good a passer he is.
Knicks trail by 19. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Towns for 3. They get the rebound. Will it go? And Brunson with the lay-in. And that's 10 points for Jalen Brunson.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Butler against Anunoby. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Pajemski's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Brunson passes to Towns. Back to Brunson. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Inside, Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And you know, when Butler's hot, keep getting him the rock. It's that simple. It's not complicated.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. 19-point game. Bridges outside. Hart finds Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Curry against Brunson. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. Pass to Pajemski. This one for 3. Sinks it from distance. Pajemski's got 6.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Knifing to the rim with ease, Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Hart. Anunoby on the take. Good.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
The Warriors lead by 16. Here's Pajemski, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Warriors. Horford comes in for Jimmy Butler, and Hield is subbed in for Moody. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Clarkson subbed in for Hart. Hits both from the stripe. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They trail by 18. Puts up a three. They grab their own miss. And a big finish by Robinson.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Outside heel. Here's Curry. And it's good for two. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
And Brunson, here we go. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hield passes to Green. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. Kolek comes in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Kuminga. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Warriors lead by 20. And Clarkson, here we go. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hield for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Pass to Kolek. Shot from 12, and the jumper is good.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
The Warriors lead by 18. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Horford passes to Hield. Screen by Horford. A shot from the mid-range, and the basket by Hield. Hield's got 5.
Anytime Hield shoots it inside the line, you just assume it's going in.
And it's Clarkson missing. And here's Kuminga for 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for the Knicks. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. He's out there with Mitchell Robinson. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. And it's Kolek in at the 1. Now here's Kuminga. Butler, a screen on Towns. Out to Hield. Pass to Kuminga. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Horford for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson passes to McBride. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And, you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Quick on the roll there. The speed of Butler makes him a problem for the defense.
Knicks trail by 20. Clarkson with the ball. Now Horford defending. And that one's good. Clarkson. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And the Warriors make some changes. Jackson Davis is checked in for Horford. And it's Curry in for Hield. Yabusele, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Kolek. The Warriors lead by 18. Outside Kuminga. Outside Pajemski. Back to Kuminga. Clarkson against Butler. Double team on Butler. Over Clarkson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Butler's got 10 points in just the second half.
A big night for Butler. We've seen him as the guy on a finals team, and Jimmy can definitely carry your offense.
Now here's Yabusele. Here's Towns. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry against Brunson. There's the triple, and the Warriors get it back. The kick out, Curry, three-pointer, good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
And it's Brunson missing.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Curry passes to Butler, fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Towns for 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Down low. Brunson with a double team. Jackson Davis. Pass to Butler. Clark, you think about current NBA players. Which do you see becoming head coaches down the line?
Well, I think Chris Paul is an obvious answer. He's had so many leadership roles, not only on his team, but throughout the league. Mike Conley has great temperament, has been a tremendous mentor to other players, and is also a guy who has shown great leadership capability. Perhaps C.J. McCollum, a Northeast Ohio guy as well, because of leadership he's shown in the NBPA. So those are 3 that come to mind right away. And Butler's so proficient at running the pick and roll, excellent at taking what the defense gives him, and he gets those passes around defenders quite sweetly.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Now Curry. To the paint. And stolen by Yabusele. Pass to McBride. Back to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Towns down low. Jackson Davis on him. Towns can't get it to go. Golden State has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And with just 1 game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jimmy Butler.
And you can't put a price on the value of his rebounding in this game. His effort on the glass was a game changer.
Curry's shot is off.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist by Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
29 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Butler passes to Curry. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Brunson finds Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Curry with it. Launches it from deep. He connects.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well and we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, thanks, Allie. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And we present the player of the game, Jimmy Butler.